Hey everyone! So today I am going to show you guys how to make your very own all-natural bath bombs at home. So here is what you will need to make these. You will need a aluminum bowl, and the reason for, I find the plastic, the ingredients will melt into your plastic a bit. So that's why I like stainless steel for everything. Then you will need a bath bomb mold, which again, the plastic ones work, but not like these ones here, because you'll see that I tap mine. So I'll show you that in the video as well. You're gonna need a whisk to mix all that up very good. I get myself a measuring cup, a half a cup, because that way there I know exactly what I'm getting, my measurements. And this one here is only for tapping. That's all I use it for, is just to tap. So that is what you'll need there. Now for ingredients, you are going to need some extra virgin olive oil. So extra virgin olive oil. You will also need water. Oh, and I forgot, you're going to need a little measuring cup as well. So you'll need a little measuring cup to measure your oil and water. You're also going to need some Epsom salt. So you will need some Epsom salt. Doesn't matter what kind. Usually the all natural, the best ones are the plain ones with no scent or no perfumes in them. That way there it's an all natural. You will need citric acid, which I don't have the bag to show you guys what it looks like because I put mine in containers. But you'll need citric acid and also baking soda. Okay, so here is how we start. Now, I always start with my citric acid, and this is where my measuring cup here comes in handy, because I know it's a half a cup, so I only have to fill this once, citric acid, a half a cup of citric acid. So a half a cup of citric acid there, a half a cup of the Epsom salt. Epsom salt, half a cup. And next we do the baking soda. Now the baking soda, we double it. Sorry that it's shaking there, my stand. We double the baking soda. So we put 1 cup. So we'll get 2 of these scoops in there for the baking soda. It's the only one that we double. And now a lot of people use cornstarch in their bath bombs, which I wouldn't recommend. Not a good suggestion to bring in the tub with you, cornstarch. So if you're not using that, that's why I double up on the baking soda. So I put 1 cup of baking soda, a half a cup of Epsom salt, and a half a cup of citric acid. So that there, I'm going to mix it's just dry mixture so far. So I mix that together with my whisk. Perfect. And it doesn't matter what kind of baking soda you get, even if it's a no-name brand or if it's the Arm & Hammer. That really doesn't make a difference. Next, we got the little cup. Now the oil, we're going to put about a tablespoon of oil in there and 1 tablespoon of water. So 1 and 1, there we go. That's all you need. That is all the liquid that you need in there. And you cannot mess that up, because if you put not enough water, you will be able to tell. And if you put too much, you'll be able to tell as well. I can tell now by the consistency right away. Now this part here, you have to be quick. A lot of people do this slowly, and this is where it gets messed up. So you pour the minute you pour it in there, you're gonna notice it starts activating. You take your whisk, and you start stirring that right away, vigorously. So mix it. So you see it's kind of like dry. It looks dry, but a little chunky. So that way there, it stops the activation. It stops it from activating because it's getting dry. Then I take my hands and I do this with it. Just lightly mix it together. Just like this, just lightly mix it together. And this is exactly the perfect consistency that it should be. It shouldn't be watery. it should almost be like a, still dry, kind of dry, but when you squeeze it, it should stay together like this. So kind of like a wet sand on the beach kind of thing. And again, if you put too much liquid, no big deal. Just add a little bit of baking soda. Just grab a handful of baking soda and throw it in there, and it'll dry it up. Or if you put not enough, just add a little bit more water to it. No big deal there. So then once you have that, you can add your essential oil. So these ones here are, I buy these at the Corn Crib. They're 100% pure. So that way there you can keep your bath bombs all natural. So far we haven't put anything harsh in there. So we put about, it depends how much people like it. I put about 10 drops in a batch. So we put that, then we mix it up. Now, if you want colors, I myself only use food coloring that we bake with. So you just, these ones here, this is all that you really need to color your, you only need about maybe 5 to 6 drops in this entire thing to make it very colorful. That way there's nothing harsh. It doesn't stain your bathtub. It won't stain your skin. Just gives it a little bit of color. I am not going to put that in there for now. Then the fun part. Then we got our bath bomb mold. Now here is another mistake that a lot of people make. When you're filling your bath bomb mold, leave it like this. Don't squish it down. A lot of people squish it down. Don't. Just leave it right like that. Fill it up right to the top like that. I overfill them like that, and I just leave it loosely. So do that with the other one. Same thing, just loosely on the top. Then when you squish these together, you squish them together, then you're compressing it. Then I twist them. I twist them as I'm squeezing them together. Then, this is why I use stainless steel. I tap all around to compress my bath bomb. Make sure I'm going all the way around. And then when we open it up, it is nice and compressed. So it's not squeezed together, because you do need to let a little bit of air flow into that when you throw it in your bathtub so that it doesn't sink to the bottom and not fizz. You want it to fizz, so you gotta leave a little bit of air in there. So there we go. We got yourself the perfect, this one here is a large one. So you, in a batch like this, you could make 4 large ones. Now, if you're making mini bath bombs, which is the very small, teeny, tiny ones here, like these, this one makes 12. So you can make 12 of the mini bombs in one batch of this here. And you can even color them differently. So if you have like different bowls, you can just put a little bit and different colors, and you can mix and match them together. And you can add little toys or gems inside like I was doing. You just, when you're putting your stuff in, just add your gem inside before you put it in there and compress it. And then it's good to leave it to dry for a good, probably about 6 to 8 hours. It doesn't need to dry that long, but it will be less fragile. Like this one here, if I keep picking it up, eventually it's gonna start falling apart on me because it's too wet still. So you just let them dry, and that is it. That's how you make a bath bomb, a perfect all-natural bath bomb at home. Hope you guys find this video informative, and I hope you guys make some bath bombs at home as gifts or for your kids or whatever. Have a good day, everyone.